For billions of years, we waited to embrace our full potential. Slowly, we started exploring the world around us. We became organized and skilled. We learned the language of nature. This empowered us to create unbelievable things. With the digital age, our development became exponential. We have become masters of our world. But it comes with a great responsibility. The responsibility lies with those who master technology. With their vision and innovation, they will shape our future. We have made it our mission to find that 1%.
Good evening and welcome to the Global Startup Awards African Finale. When we started GIG just over a year ago with the objective to find, fund and grow SDG-aligned tech innovations on the continent, we never would have dreamed of the number and the quality of the solutions that we would find. But we've done it. You have done it. Because none of this would have been possible without the incredible efforts of our partners, and many of which who have given their time freely because of their belief in the cause. And that's the need to shine a light on the talent and the opportunity within Africa. So before we hear from our African winners, let's hear from the 2021 global winner.
Hello everyone, we are here with Douglas Stark from Voi, the Startup of the Year from the Global Startup Awards at an international level. Hello Douglas, great to have you with us.
Hey Caitlin, super happy to be with you here tonight and excited about hearing the upcoming awards.
It's a big day for Africa, and we really are excited to announce the final winners of the Global Startup Awards Africa. So we have a few minutes with Douglas and we're going to pick his brain. So first of all, Douglas, why don't you tell us what is Voi? Give us the elevator pitch.
Sure, what is Voi? Love that question. Voi is my baby, of course. I'm a co-founder of Voi, so Voi is very close to my heart. But for everyone who doesn't know, Voi was founded just now 4 years ago in May. So started out in 2018, and now I'm proud to say that we are a leading Swedish micromobility operator with electric scooters and electric bikes all over Europe. So we're serving about 70 towns and cities across 11 different countries in Europe. We're headquartered in Stockholm, Sweden, northern Europe, and we employ about 1,000 people. And to date, we have done, and our riders on our platforms have done more than 6 million rides, and 6 million riders have done over 90 million rides. It's hard, as you know, with the exponential scale to keep all the numbers in your head. So that's short about Voi and what we do.
Douglas, it really is incredible, and there's no doubt that your company deserves to be Startup of the Year. Perhaps we have a good question, which is, how did you end up being a tech entrepreneur?
That's a great question, and I'm very I actually feel honored still to, be called that by you, because it was never the plan. And I always had, I think, high ambitions and was curious about exploring what could be possible. But it was really a serendipitous process for me um, throughout college, basically in Stockholm. So I joined the Stockholm School of Economics to do a Bachelor of Science in Economics. And I joined that school to meet great people and to basically get out on the other side as quickly as possible. So it was like the only 3-year education you could do in Stockholm with great quality, and it has great quality across the globe. But I joined that program, and then basically met great people. It led me into a conversation with an early founder and CEO of a tech startup in Sweden called Budbee, that's doing last mile logistics. And he was wise enough to hire me as their first COO. So that was my first job coming out of Stockholm School of Economics. That before that, I didn't know what tech was. All of a sudden, I was working at one of the hottest tech startups in Stockholm, and I couldn't get enough of it. So that was definitely my road into the tech community. And then, of course, I wanted to just get more, and that later became Voi.
That's fantastic, Douglas. I must say it's one of my favorite questions, is to ask people how they ended up being a tech entrepreneur. And most of them didn't wake up and choose it. They had an opportunity and seized it. I think what is amazing about Africa and the tech opportunity in Africa is scale. And scale is something you know a lot about. I mean, some of the figures you've given us now are huge, especially over a 4-year period. I mean, what are some of the lessons that you have learned over this time?
No, so Sweden and Stockholm is definitely not scale if you compare to the sheer size of Africa. From the start, though, me and my co-founders, we had a big ambition, and we had always scale in mind. We never wanted to settle for being just a small company in Stockholm or Sweden. We wanted it to either go big or, go home. So I think it's important to start out with thinking big and having a vision and a plan that makes you almost uncomfortable. Like it should be scary big, that you put words on it, and try to just drill down according to that plan. Because if you think that big, you will start to ask, why wouldn't it work? And in that process, you also identify like barriers to growth, and then you can always be one step ahead and say, okay, we need X, Y, and Z in order to get there, and X, Y, and Z might be really realistic or not, right? But I think it's a great process of starting out thinking big and then drilling down to what would we have to believe in order to get all the way there. So that's one. The other one is like cliche, but surround yourself with great people. You will not be able to do it by yourself, and in each phase of the journey, you will require different skill sets. So really surrounding yourself with the best talent out there is a requirement to move along the journey. And the last one is my favorite, I think, and that's have fun. It's so important for me that it's not, the journey needs to be enjoyable, and not only thinking about getting to the end goal, but like life is too short to not enjoy the journey.
Douglas, that's really good advice. I have interviewed many entrepreneurs over the last few years, and many of them have said, when you plan, don't plan 10x, plan 100x. And I think that's really good advice. And at the same time, actually enjoy the journey you're on. Don't let it consume you. So perhaps as a last question, we've got the most amazing entrepreneurs coming out of Africa doing the most phenomenal things, many of them solving problems that have universal application. What would your advice be to them?
I know a lot of you are sitting here tonight and thinking about hopefully winning a prize prize, winning an award. And some of you will win and some of you will not. But I think regardless of that, don't give up. I think that in the end is what will keep you on your path towards success. Keep working, be bold, and work smart. And sooner or later, you will be recognized in one way or another. So just keep it up. Even if you don't go home with a prize tonight, you will go home with more knowledge and learnings. And maybe the next time it will be you who get recognized.
That's excellent advice, Douglas. And I always feel that it doesn't matter how cliche the advice is, when it comes from someone who's been there, done that, still doing that, it really resonates. So to all our entrepreneurs tonight, no matter what the results are, you are already on your way to being a tech hero. All right. Thanks, Douglas. Keep well.
Thank you for joining us, Douglas. Now let's hear from some of our jury members.
Some of the startups I looked at were not much more than an idea. However, other ones tackled real problems that need solving in Africa.
I'm surprised with African startups in this competition because I found quality and innovation according to the local reality.
Many of the African startups exceeded my expectations, especially in smaller countries with lower technology penetration and high barriers to entry.
The caliber of these African startups was really great to see. I knew the quality was going to be good, but some of them really impressed me.
In specific areas, selected startups on the African continent have other challenges to solve than in some other regions. For example, need to work with existing infrastructure or even building infrastructure and investing in working capital to make scaling possible at all. That needs to be taken into consideration when comparing across regions.
African startups appear to be gaining attention. However, investors should be very mindful of the unique challenges facing African entrepreneurs, which are often taken for granted in other regions.
African startups are starting to get more attention, and that can be seen on the growing VC investment in the region, mainly because they are delivering practical and usable solutions.
I meet a lot of companies from all around the world, and I must say I'm very impressed of the African ones.
Most of the African GSA startups I have seen have been very, very early stage, mostly interesting for incubators or business angels.
Some of the solutions presented in the African GSA are solving regional day-to-day challenges and therefore are very interesting to invest in.
As a jury member for African Startup Awards, I have seen many great companies that I will believe receive a lot of interest from investors.
Startups we've seen during finals are mostly ready for investment and need just minor tweaking on messaging and structuring for their next fundraising round. Scaling, however, is in most cases coming up, and this needs to be looked into very carefully as a next step.
As I can see, African startups are showing stable solutions with a good managing practices.
Many are, however, in health tech, regulatory compliance differs from country to country, so there should always be a separate model that considers this as part of the expansion plan.
The digital solutions are more scalable across borders than others.
Many of the startups I reviewed appear to be led by people who are very passionate about their community and solving problems within these communities. They are also using very unique solutions to disrupt their market.
One of the most important things in these African startups is that they are solving local challenges. Although some might not be scalable to the whole world, they can surely be scalable in the continent.
Of course, I think some of them shows a potential margin of growth. I believe we will find the next unicorn here, believe me.
Many of the companies have products or services that I believe could be successfully scalable across borders.
Individual African markets are quite large by itself, and often it pays off to create critical mass in the starting country first. In fintech and other regulated areas, there is for sure adaptation need to local situations before entering new markets. Processes and scalable business models sometimes need to be fine-tuned before going to new markets, and they would need some work.
Despite many unique limitations, African startups are proving themselves to be as innovative and creative as the rest of the global market, and probably more investable because they have a high level of tenacity built in.
I saw several interesting solutions that speak to the Sustainable Development Goals. From responsible consumption of energy to reduce hunger in the region, the solutions were really well presented.
Interesting solutions I've seen were in the digital finance space, using advanced artificial intelligence algorithms to tackle informal market challenges.
I'm positively surprised that so many of the companies had innovative solutions for a more sustainable world. I was surprised of all those amazing companies with brave and smart entrepreneurs. Well done, all of you.
At Startup Wise Guys Africa, we are always very fond of mixed founder teams, and we are very happy to support teams with at least a female founder on board. There was a good female founder representation in the lineup of African Startup Awards, so very happy.
Some startups using the latest advanced global techniques to address typical African problems.
So Wala Digital Health has applied technology to leapfrog a supplier culture, and Envision IT is using AI to elevate diagnostic capability through peer review, which in my opinion is especially beneficial for rural hospitals and clinics, which often have limited staff resourcing.
The one thing that really stood out was the entrepreneur's passion to find solutions that can make this world a better world.
Once again, a massive shout out to all 215 jury members. Now let's get to the point and introduce our winners. After nearly 5 months of scouting with the help of 30 country partners, 50 ambassadors and 250 innovation hubs, we found just under 8,000 startups and ecosystem partners with solutions that cross 6 African-specific categories and 6 global categories. And with our cohort of 215 independent industry expert jury members, our nominations went through 3 rounds of judging to find our country winners, regional winners, and finally our 12 continental winners. 12 winners with the most incredible solutions that are solving challenges in Africa, but have the capability and the scalability to fundamentally improve the world we all live in. We are truly humbled by the dedication of each and every one of the nominations that are entered the Global Startup Awards Africa. But the process doesn't stop here. All 12 winners will go forward to participate on the global stage with entrants from 3 more continents and 68 more countries. In addition, all 12 winners and some runners-up will be offered funding and growth opportunities through the GIG Africa Fund. But we couldn't just stop here. With less than 2% of global VC funding coming into Africa, and with the knowledge that GIG cannot support all of the worthy nominations through our network, we are actively promoting and encouraging other VCs and corporates to consider innovations from across the continent. Nothing would make us happier than to know as a result of the Global Startup Awards Africa, we have been able to get innovations seen, connected and funded. So without further ado, let's find out who our winners are. For the first category, Agritech. The UN has described the use of digital technologies in agriculture as something that will undeniably revolutionise the process farmers need to keep innovating to overcome various challenges and meet the demand. Digital technologies enable them to meet the requirements and seize growth opportunities. Our Agritech nominations have been varied and quite diverse, whether procurement within the informal food economy, the use of fly larvae to turn food waste into animal fodder, crop health monitoring via satellite, repurposing of e-waste into agricultural machinery, or risk monitoring for farmers and banks. The solutions have been innovative, with climate mitigation at the very core. The Agritech category includes innovative solutions in food security, food production, farming methods, nutrition, and made up 19% of the total African entries, with the majority, 43%, coming from Western Africa and from smaller countries like Togo and Guinea-Bissau to the tech giants of Nigeria. Let's have a look at the 5 African finalists.
Fresh bag from Cameroon. From Tanzania, Biobu. From Egypt, ZR3i. Netagro Technologies from Zambia. Lastly, from Ghana, DGX.
Finalists, it's time to find out who our GSA Africa Agritech winner is. Let's give them a call. Congratulations, Bayabu from Tanzania. You are our Global Startup Awards Africa winner of the Agritech category.
Hey, look at that. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you. Wow, thank you.
Yeah,
Good
it's
news.
really good news. We're so excited.
Wow,
Yeah.
but we did not expect that. Thank you. That is awesome. Oh my God, I can't wait to tell people. They're going to be blown away. That's amazing.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously from the jury and from the application, you've got some amazing, or I should probably say terrifying statistics on your application related to the impact that meat production and food waste has on CO2 emissions. What is Bayabu doing to solve this enormous challenge?
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to put a value on waste. So we're taking a product that has no value at the moment, and not only does it have no value, it's also something that is detrimental to the environment. So as you know, when organic waste decomposes, it releases greenhouse gases. We're trying to take something that is detrimental to the environment and convert it into a product that has value. Not just that has value, but then in turn also replaces environmentally unfriendly products. So we're trying to replace what's currently used in animal feeds. The protein choices in animal feeds are soy and fish meal. And both of these are rather consumption heavy on the environment. Soy uses a lot of water, and fish meal is literally, we are overfishing the oceans. So this is, it is something that we have to deal with, because if we don't, we're going to literally starve to death. So as a planet, with this solution is what we are really excited about is being able to take something that has no value, put a value on it, and then also replace a product that has a negative impact on the environment.
Amazing. And just share with us a little bit about one of your biggest successes to date.
Okay, so I think one of our biggest successes has been, being able to survive as long as we've survived. Because when we first started on there was very few people doing this, back in 2014, 2015. And there wasn't a lot of data on it. And we've finally got into a position now where we are breaking even, which is amazing. So I think, being able to, get to that point where we're actually covering our costs, we had a little bit of a cry, because it was such a big moment for us. Yeah. But I think being able to, and we know other people who are in this industry, and it is not easy, trying to cover costs. So, I think that was our biggest achievement, is being able to say we are financially, in one country at least, stable.
Fantastic, and congratulations. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your future plans quickly.
So we are currently setting up our second location in Kenya. It's coming online as we speak, and we are planning to export. So we're not only going to be producing a finished or selling a raw ingredient locally, selling a finished product locally, we're also going to be exporting a raw ingredient to Europe. So it's a really big move for us, and we're really excited about it.
That is phenomenal. Congratulations once again. Keegan, thank you so much for sharing your story with us this evening. Congratulations again on the win.
Thank you.
I look forward to working with you moving forwards.
Exciting times. Yes. Thank you so much, Joe. Appreciate it.
There you have it. Huge congratulations to Bayabu. On to our next category, Commerce Tech. The Commerce Tech category acknowledges the startup connecting Africa by enabling commerce using technologies ranging from mobile commerce, e-commerce, blockchain and cryptocurrency to fintech, insurtech and big data. With half the world's mobile money users being in Africa and commerce user growth expected to increase by 50% by 2025, overtaking Asia, there's no surprise this is our most popular category. Whilst varied, the commerce tech trends we have seen throughout the competition have been in response to the daily challenges faced on the continent and across many other developing nations in the world. No greater examples of this are the lack of payment solutions, or the underbanked, the numerous households without physical addresses, and the daily probability of buying fake and potentially harmful products. From the 6 African categories, Commerce Tech has been our most popular category, comprising 28% of the entries, with a relatively equal split between entries in West Africa, East Africa, Southern and Southern Africa. We've been particularly impressed with the calibre of commerce tech solutions from Ethiopia, Mauritius, Zambia and the Ivory Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, meet our commerce tech finalists.
Smartbox Station, Cameroon. From Mauritius, Ruazi. Kaun, Tunisia. Consumption Information Real Time, South Africa. From Nigeria, Check It Technologies.
Ready to find out who our category winner is? Let's see if we can get hold of them. You are our Global Startup Awards Africa Commerce Tech winner.
Thank you guys at GSA. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to us.
Yeah, we were super excited about, I mean, obviously commerce tech is such a huge category, and it covers so many different solutions. But we'd love to hear a little bit more about what Check It is all about. So give us your story.
Okay, awesome. So Check It was started because we didn't like the fact that we were losing a lot of persons to counterfeit medication. As a matter of fact, when this company started at the Meltwater Entrepreneurial School of Technology in Ghana, the CEO of the company, Dario Dumade, who is not here right now, his close acquaintance had lost a patient to counterfeit medication. So it was quite personal, and then we went out to do research because as at then, there were lots of technologies trying to curb counterfeit products, but people were not just using them. And then from our learnings, we saw a gap in the market, and that's where we came in. And as a matter of fact, we have so far been able to actually make people use these solutions, use these product verification solutions. So basically, Check It provides a way for you as a consumer to differentiate a fake product from an original product using your mobile phone. Whether you have a smartphone or you have a regular GSM mobile phone, it works all the same, just the same way.
Amazing.
So yeah.
Amazing. And you've been scaling quite quickly. I remember from your entry, you had just completed a pilot program and secured, what was it, over 10 million pharmaceutical and FMCG products for authentication.
Yes.
Are you still growing? Where do you go from there?
We've grown quite a lot from there. Currently, we are on around 50 million products now. So that has been that there has been a lot of growth in that regard. And then we're also seeing a lot of growth in terms of consumer usage. Currently, our solutions have between 60 to 80% consumer engagement rates, which shows that a lot of people are actually verifying these products. Why it's so is because we as a company incentivize consumers to actually check products for authenticity. So for every 5 products you verify, when you verify 5 Check It secure products, you win a reward from us. It's like a gift. It's like a gift for you doing the right thing, as the case may be.
Smart. Well, we are really looking forward to seeing how you grow post this announcement. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're excited to be working with you moving forward. So,
same here as well.
What an achievement, Check It Technologies. Next up, we have our ESG tech, environmental, social, and corporate governance technologies. Africa is the most vulnerable continent to the impact of climate change, with 7 out of the 10 most exposed countries on the continent. This is a backdrop against having contributed the least to global warming and having the lowest emissions. Nevertheless, climate change also provides opportunities for Africa to harness its huge resource potential to achieve targets of the SDGs. Addressing climate change in Africa will create significant market opportunities on the continent, especially for the private sector and institutional investors. With so much emphasis currently on the recycling and repurposing of waste, it's no surprise that this category was dominated by entries from the circular economy. As an industry, the World Economic Forum has estimated that African circular economy could be $1 billion opportunity with 5 new industries, posing the greatest opportunities for people and the planet, being waste conversion, plastic waste recycling, mass timber, e-waste recycling, and recycled garments. The ESG tech category recognises startups enabling environmental, social impact or corporate governance solutions in areas such as renewable energy, clean tech, sustainability, recycling, water and sanitation, human rights, edtech, govtech, policy regulation, among others. Making up 17% of the total entries, with truly remarkable solutions, especially seen from countries in Ghana, Mali, Mauritius, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Angola, and Morocco. What's more, approximately 80% of all startups had solutions directly addressing climate change. Meet our 5 African finalists who are greatly impacting their communities and soon the world.
From Kenya, Cubic. Dawatech, Morocco. Scarab Tech, South Africa. Representing Western Africa, Scraphaze from Nigeria.
Stand by everyone, let's give our winner a call. Kudus, I'd like to congratulate you. You are the winner of our ESG category.
Thank you.
We're really excited that Cubic, it was a very well attended category, the ESG category. And you know, Cubic, just for the audience this evening, Cubic is making low carbon, low cost building materials from plastic waste. There's quite a few solutions out there that are doing that at the moment. Maybe Kudus, you could tell us what makes yours the winning product.
Well, Cubic is founded on this notion that we build dignity for others. Both my co-founder Penda and I worked in over 40 countries as part of work that we did with UNICEF, with the World Bank. And one of the things that we always noticed is urbanization is growing. And as part of that growth, urban poverty is growing. So when we came up with Cubic, it wasn't with trying to just make plastic bricks, right? What we were really trying to do is solve several problems at once. How do we actually take the environmental impact of plastic and make it more productive? How do we take this unaffordable living because of rapid growth in cities and make it more affordable? But at the same time, how do we take all this and be very obsessed with lessening the carbon footprint within real estate and construction? So this is why what we have now as Cubic is really designed to make sure that it tackles all of these and make sure that it's something that's very scalable, and that's what we're really proud of.
Awesome. Can you tell us what your biggest success to date is?
Well, our biggest success to date is that our first market is going to be in Ethiopia. This obviously has really wonderful ties back to where I was born, but at the same time, it tackles a country that has all of these problems that I mentioned at a much hyper level. Yeah. And the fact that there is so much commitment, not only from the government, but also from all of the different stakeholders, from people who live there to people who build there, has made this a really exciting challenge for us. And we're really looking forward to 2022 being the year that we show that impact.
That's amazing, Kudus. We are so excited that you are our winner of the ESG category. And again, a huge congratulations. It's a phenomenal achievement. Thinking back when we had 7,500 entries at the beginning, and yeah, the ESG category, as I said, was hotly contested. So many congratulations. Can you just tell us a little bit about what this award will mean for you?
What this award will mean for us is better exposure for this industry and the capabilities it has to really reduce the carbon footprint that everyone is now paying a lot of attention to. But it's also supposed to show the innovation and the capabilities that can come out of developing low-income countries. What I've been really proud of is we are almost exclusively made of Africans. And these are African solutions that we've been able to bring within the continent. The individuals that work with us, all the way from engineers to business development managers, all the way to people that do design, are strongly rooted within this continent. And we really do believe that Cubic is going to be representing what people here can do. These are homegrown solutions, and we're really excited about that.
But furthermore, we're also excited that Cubic has the ability to be very global, right?
100%.
You know, startups these days, we really hear a lot about the unicorns that are coming out. They're mostly focused on places like fintech and software-based solutions, which is really great and I'm really excited about. But we also have this opportunity to show how hardware can be a similar type of story. And that is something that we're going to be watching this space for as we grow.
Phenomenal. Thank you, Kidis, for sharing that with us. Well, I'd like you to invite you to sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the evening's show, see who the other winners might be that is joining the lineup of our continental winners. And yeah, thank you for joining us this evening. On to health tech. We've had some phenomenal entries from the category of health tech. Unfortunately, it's a reality that across much of Africa, health systems suffer from serious inefficiencies and are widely inaccessible. But innovations in telemedicine, drones, big data analytics, wearables, and information management have brought the possibility of effective, affordable solutions into view, promising to improve overall health outcomes. Nominations included genomic data for the detection of cancers and cardiovascular conditions, blood donation in return for medical tokens, a medical management platform, a healthcare product app, and a tool to enable the democratization of maternal health. Making up 11% of the total African category entries, solutions came from 45 of the 55 African countries. So this category includes startups that initiated medical breakthroughs through innovative solutions in biotech, health tech, wellness and telemedicine to improve the quality of life. Let's see our 5 African finalists.
Nucleus Biotech Labs, Cameroon. My Health Africa from Kenya. 3 Ilagi from Egypt. Dawa Health, Zambia. From Ghana, Wala Digital Health.
Stand by, everyone. Let's give our health tech winner a call. Congratulations, My Health Africa. You are the winner of our health tech category.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, we're really excited to bring you this news this evening. Yeah, I'd just like to, obviously the health tech category, we've had some phenomenal entries from the health tech category. And, you know, the reality across Africa is that healthcare is widely inaccessible, which is why you, as My Health Africa, it really struck a chord with our jury. But I'd just like to ask you a couple of questions that you can share with the audience tonight. Can you just tell us a little bit about what makes My Health Africa solution so unique?
So at My Health Africa, we're one tech-enabled patient-centric platform that assists patients to find the right medical specialist. So we work with all leading medical specialists, the right medical service. So we assist patients to get in-person appointments, online video consultations, and remote second medical opinions. We assist patients to get the right medical treatment locally, if you're in Kenya, regionally across Africa, and internationally for those complex medical conditions.
Fantastic. And I know that you've got some big expansion plans. Can you share a little bit about that with us?
Yes, absolutely. So we are already operational in Kenya, Uganda as well. We do work in 10 markets across Africa globally. We're in the process of expanding to Tanzania at the moment with our new partnership with Aga Khan Tanzania. So it's a very exciting partnership to expand into the country. We recently formed partnerships with like Al Salem, International Hospital in Egypt. We're in the process of finalizing with some of the leading hospital groups in South Africa and Nigeria, and we'll be opening up offices in Nigeria this year and also South Africa for our expansion into those areas.
So not too much going on then?
Not too much. We want to do more.
Of course, absolutely. And so what does it mean to win an award like this for you guys?
Well, Zario, the tech guy, he's built all the tech from scratch. So
let's hear. We can't hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah. No. Sorry, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm saying is that it's a big deal for us because we are still in the process of growing our and expanding our market, and it's also an reward, and it feels good to be noticed outside there, and at least see awards like yours appreciating the startups and are appreciating the great innovation work that you're doing. So it's really good, and it keeps motivating us to be doing more and also to innovate more, to make sure we provide the right health, the services to our patients.
Absolutely. And maybe, Fatima, do you want to say something?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for this, it's a great achievement. Being from the medical pharmacy background, patient-centric care is always important. And My Health Africa offers that. It offers patients the choice, find the right treatment, the right medical specialist. And I think overall, the opportunity of this is a great for us. I've joined the company a while, but for me, it's a milestone now to achieve the next award with the team. So there's a lot we can do, but I think patient-centric is where we want to bring in the care and improve the quality of healthcare in Africa. And this platform gives access.
That's fantastic, guys, and we wish you every success with your future journey. So now you can sit back, relax, watch the rest of the event this evening, and see who else is going to join you on that winning lineup this evening.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to industrial tech. In Africa, strong industrial innovation ecosystems, if developed, hold immense opportunity. For example, they could counter the disruption of global value chains caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, improve regional markets, and foster trade, and develop a more sustainable industrial sector. Of all the categories in the Startup Awards competition, industrial tech was probably one of our most diverse, with entries crossing food processing, plastic recycling, Africa's first sulfur-free linen, and public transport, making up 11% of the total number of entries and including nominees from 44 African countries, celebrating Africa's industrialisation with innovative solutions for safety, mining, manufacturing, production, logistics, mobility and supply chain management. Most industrial tech solutions came from Nigeria and from South Africa. Representing the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Morocco, South Africa, Nigeria, here are our 5 finalists.
Congo Food Processing Technology from the Democratic Republic of Congo. From Kenya, Discover Brands. Zellige Invent, Morocco. From South Africa, Line Organic. From Nigeria, Trips.
Let's see if we can get hold of our winner. Trips from Nigeria, you are our winner of our Continental Industrial Tech category.
Thank you so much, Joe.
Yeah, so we're really excited to be able to tell you this evening.
It's such an honor to get to know that we are being recognized on a global scale beyond what we're doing currently, and we express our great gratitude for honoring us with this award.
Awesome. So at Philobi, we have had many entries in the industrial tech category and a lot of mobility solutions. Your solution is particularly addressing the problem of public transport. And from what I understand and from your research, you describe public transport as stressful, uncomfortable, unreliable, unhygienic. What solution has TRIPS come up with to address these challenges in Nigeria?
Okay, so basically what we have done from inception, or pre-inception, is we all grew up in the country where the transportation system has been the same over and over many decades. And there's been no level of attempts to even improving it. At every point in time, the government has tried to improve it. There's been this kind of lack of continuation to carry on what the past government has done and then improve on it further. And this was what led to where we came together, the 4 co-founders, that's myself, Onyeka, Kuma, Johnny Enna, and John Shaibu, where we sat together and we discussed on how we can take on this, very impossible venture that people have been running away from, from the past, and find a way to plug in technology to it to now make it possible for people to not only have access to reliable mode of transportation, but beyond that, having better commute system, better enabling service to our daily users on a day-to-day basis. And that's why we have been able to come up with a simple app solution that allows people, whether they are in the comfort of their homes or offices, they can easily check on the route they want to apply on, what vehicle or what buses is coming towards them, and they can easily join that, as opposed to going to the bus stop and having no idea, no prior information on when a vehicle will probably get to you, or even joining several hundreds of other people at the bus stop. And then you maybe by chance get a bus come to you. You don't know how many seats are actually available on those buses. And then maybe 100 of you have to scuffle, to get a chance to be on that bus. So those are the level of uncertainty we've been able to address with our technology.
Fantastic. And it's been a phenomenal success.
Thank you.
In the 12 months leading up to the Global Startup Awards, I believe you had over 200,000 rides and 40,000 active users already. And you're
I think that's a bit of a stale report. Right now, we have done over 800,000 completed bookings on the platform. Yeah, and this program will probably be extended maybe by a couple of weeks more. We'll be hitting a huge milestone of completing over 1 million completed bookings on the platform. That's by the end of March.
That's incredible. So these figures are from when you entered the competition. So that's been within the last sort of 6 months. So that is incredible growth.
Thank you.
You're in 3 countries across Africa at the moment. What are your expansion plans? What's next for trips?
So currently we are operating in Nigeria, Ghana, and Uganda. And then we have plans later this year to expand into 5 other African, countries as well. I can't really divulge what those countries are, but we are currently aggressively pursuing those plans, and then we hope that by the end of the year we'll be able to have accomplished our expansion into the 5 new African countries we're looking at currently.
Well, it's been a phenomenal success story. It's been great chatting to you. Congratulations again, the winner of our industrial tech category. Enjoy the rest of the event this evening, and we look forward to connecting you to other markets. We look forward to helping you grow even further.
Thank you so much, Joe. It's been a pleasure being here with you.
Women in tech. Africa is a global leader when it comes to female-led businesses and has the highest percentage of women entrepreneurs in the world, with women making up 58% of the self-employed population. However, this comes against a backdrop of a staggering $42 billion financing gap for African women across the business value chain. We would like to congratulate our GSA female founders for forming part of that 58%. Our Women in Tech category allowed for a gender-lens strategy to our scouting operation, specifically seeking pioneering tech startups founded and owned by a woman or women. This category contributed to 14% of the nominations, with approximately 25% of the total entries including female-owned startups. Through the Gig Africa Fund, we are implementing a gender-smart investment framework for measurement and investment tracking to grow and scale gender impact solutions. We aim to transform the way in which gender impact investing is implemented, not just within Gig, but also by sharing the knowledge across the continent via our networks of ecosystem actors. Some of our solutions in this category included a water and oil resistant biodegradable paper, a financial education app, a means to repurpose food would otherwise be thrown away, a medical management app, prescriptions app, and a tool to help farmers increase quality and yields. We are incredibly proud of our female pioneers. Let's take a look at the 5 female future shapers representing their regions.
Ecoplus from the Democratic Republic of Congo. From Tanzania, Mipango Fintech. From Egypt, Tekea. Doctors E-Consult, from Botswana. Kitovu, Nigeria.
Are you ready to meet our Women in Tech winner? Let's try and connect. Kaya from Egypt, you are the winner of our Women in Tech category.
Oh, thank you. It's my husband, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's no problem. We're really excited for you, Mina, and we'd love to hear a little bit more about Takea. And you know, globally, food waste has become such a huge problem, and we'd love to find out about what you guys are doing to solve that problem.
Yeah, so as you know, you might know, and a lot of people knows that 1/3 of food produced goes to waste. And in MENA region, it's 200 kilogram per person yearly, a huge amount of food waste. And what's interesting, if we gather all the wasted food, be a country, it will be the third country that wasting food that having the making pollution after US and China, which the contribution of food waste to the pollution is high. And that's why we have Takea, we created Takea, and which is a marketplace which allow provider to sell unsold, untouched, surplus food that they can sell it for consumer half priced or donate it to charity. And we are happy that with our Takea, we allowing provider to generate profit. We allowing customers to save money. We are contributing to have like a continuous supply of meal for charity organization, which we call the triple one, where while all of them they are saving the environment at the same time. So, so that's our project.
Yeah, and obviously building a community that cares about the environment is clearly very, very important to you, and that came across in your application and from the jury members. How many meals have you saved so far?
So last year we saved more than 30,000 meals, which is offsetting more than 75 tons of carbon dioxide from the climate. So that's our impact for the last year, and we are so proud of it.
Okay, and when you talk about that much CO2 emissions, I mean, can you just sort of describe what that actually means?
So it means that me and my husband were trying to define it, and we were talking that if a car going from Cairo to Northwest, so it will emit the same amount if she goes the car did do this trip like 2,000 times. So amazing. And it's from Cairo to
get that visual. Yeah.
The Cairo to North Coast, it's like 300 kilometers, so it's not a short trip.
Okay, amazing. Well, Mina, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and a huge congratulations. The Women in Tech category was very hotly contested, so congratulations once again, and we look forward to seeing how Takea is going to grow in the future.
Thank you, and watch us, because we are aiming to save more than 50 million meals in the next 5 years. So watch us, and thank you so much. I'm so happy. I cannot imagine. Thank you.
As you know, country partners and ambassadors play a significant role in the scouting phase. Let's hear from a few before we wrap up.
Hello. Ndewo.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Hello there. Assalamu alaikum. Ahlan wa sahlan.
Habari yenu.
Nangende.
Hello.
Salama.
Good evening. Hola.
Molweni.
Dimela, Dimilani. Ako.
I'm from South Africa.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Angola. Botswana.
I'm Tanzania.
Nigerian.
Swaziland. And South Africa.
Egypt. Zambia.
Madagascar.
Mauritius.
Ghana.
I think it's resilience.
Potential.
Africa has diverse potentials.
Culture.
Wealth.
The source.
I think of greatness.
Uniting. Inspired. Evolving.
Resilient.
Unity.
Wealth.
Resilient and dynamic.
Challenging.
Innovative.
Achievement. Resilience.
Zambia, its potential and growth.
They are agile and growing.
Resilient and determined. Our startups in the Gambia are resilient and very creative,
problem-solving oriented and innovative,
Innovators.
talented and ambitious,
and sustainable. They are the future of Egypt.
to be sure to make the best out of the connections, networks, and opportunities that come with being part of the GSA Africa Finalists, and not only focus on whether they're successful or not at getting the grand prize.
The sky is the stepping stone.
GSA Finalists keep impacting lives in all your endeavors.
How to create the business opportunities so as to create a lot of billionaires in Africa.
My advice will be all the startups, they need to replicate what they do and scale their programs because Africa has the same problems throughout. So if they replicate their solutions, we'll be able to save more lives and create more jobs in Africa.
Build, measure, and learn. Always keep moving forward and celebrate your failure. And don't forget to be an active part of your ecosystem. Good luck.
Hoping on having the best success stories and that we can enable Africa to become great as it is, with great businesses coming out of our respective countries, as well as innovation and transformation.
Keep faith and sustain your integrity.
Keep building, keep collaborating.
Adapt and stay strong. Way to go.
Persevere and feel free to contact the ecosystem for advice.
Do your best.
Keep on pushing hard, keep on focusing, and never give up.
Our next category, Best Co-working Space. Across Africa, co-working spaces have become an incredibly important part of a startup's journey, an area where minds can meet and interact and develop new ideas. We've received entries from co-working spaces from 15 different countries. Our regional finalists represent Gabon, Mauritius, Egypt, South Africa and Nigeria, and offer technical support, business training, events, meeting spaces, all under one roof. This award is bestowed to a co-working space that deserves recognition for the services, support and resources it gives to fast growth startups and for creating a culture and environment that fosters innovation. These are the 5 co-working spaces competing in the final round of the competition.
Giving back, Gabon. Eastern Africa from Mauritius, La Plage Factory. From Egypt, Makanak Office Space. Workshop 17, South Africa. Hub 30, Nigeria.
Finalists, we hope you're sitting ready. It's time to give our winner a call. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you very much.
17 are the winners of the Continental Global Startup Awards this year.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's good news. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great news. As a previous global winner, I would just like to ask you a couple of questions. You know, what does it mean to Workshop 17 to win an award like this?
Well, especially this award means quite a lot for us because of what it stands for. Although we're not a startup ourselves, we really dedicate what we do to entrepreneurship and innovation. So for me, and for us all as a team, it's a recognition of the role we play in the ecosystem. What Mark, my co-founder, and I started out to do is to create that fertile space for entrepreneurs and innovators to do what they set out to do, to connect with others, to build on their ideas, and to create opportunities and solutions that hopefully lead to a bit of a better world. And this award, especially in the way it's set up, really speaks to that. So that's why this is especially valuable to me and to us as Workshop 17.
Fantastic. And I know that the jury were particularly impressed with your approach to creating a level playing field where CEOs from multinationals can interact directly with the entrepreneurs. You know, being based in South Africa, I'd really like to find out a little bit about your expansion plans.
Wonderful. Yes. So what you're highlighting is really something we set out to do. There's so many startup places that really focus on the startups, but they're all in the same phase and they all need something that is not in the space. So bringing in corporates to events, bringing in seasoned entrepreneurs, bringing in network players is really what we said, and they all pay the same fee. So we don't take ownership of all the initiatives. We really do create a level playing field. Yeah. And our expansion plans actually to create that field closer to where people live. So we're looking at expansion in Western Cape region, in Johannesburg region. So we're looking for connecting also those communities and to create a Workshop 17 anywhere close to where you live. That's the first one. But we're also expanding now into Mauritius, which is quite exciting.
Fantastic.
Which is obviously a country, an island that has been investing recently a lot in innovation and in the knowledge economy. Everyone knows Mauritius as an island where there's lots of beaches and beautiful resorts, but it's amazing what's been happening there as a base to do business in Africa as a whole, but also to accommodate remote workers, entrepreneurs, young companies, to include a lifestyle plus entrepreneurial opportunities.
Fantastic. Well, Paul, it was great to have you get through to you this evening, and congratulations once again. And let's see what else we've got in store for us this evening with the other winners. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Jo.
Best Accelerator or Incubator Program. Accelerators serve as a strong force striving to bridge both knowledge and funding gaps for startups on the African continent. 278 incredible accelerator and incubation programs from 42 countries entered this year, Our regional finalists come from DRC, Tanzania, Egypt, South Africa and Benin and offer a range of programs and duration and investment opportunities, with one specifically focused on startups with ocean purpose. The award for the Best Accelerator Incubator Program recognises a fixed-term cohort-based, mentorship-driven program that helps and empowers entrepreneurs to foster their growth in their innovative companies and provide tools, resources, connections, knowledge and expertise. Competing for a seat at the winners' table, here are our 5 finalists.
Kobo Hub from the DRC, Innovate Hub, Tanzania. From Egypt, AUC Venture Lab. Ocean Hub Africa, South Africa. From Benin, the Space NGO.
Who will our winner be? Let's find out. Congratulations! You are the winner of our Best Accelerator.
Wow! Oh my God, I wish I had more team members here.
I'm sure they'll all be watching. It's always nice to have everybody around you, but I'm just glad we could connect with you today, Noah, and give you the news this evening.
I am so glad to hear it, honestly. The team has been very excited about this.
Okay.
And I'm sure our startups will be even more excited, so I can't wait.
Yeah, so, we as a team, obviously we've met before during our Q&A sessions with our regional winners. We were particularly impressed, as were the judges, with your sort of team ethos, your approach to supporting and growing startups. So I just wanted to ask you a couple of quick questions. Maybe you can share with us how the program is helping startups to overcome the challenges of scaling up, for example.
I can never talk on behalf of the startups, but what I can honestly say is that we think of ourselves as a startup does. We are continuously iterating, continuously recreating our programs, and continuously asking for feedback and actually validating every single thing that we do. So our programs happen, most of our programs happen as often as 2 or 3 times a year. And every single time we're doing something differently. We're keeping the things that have worked before, and we're building on those to make it even better and more helpful. And it never ends when a startup graduates, honestly, because we can keep in touch with those graduates and we find that there is so much more that we can give them after that intensive 3 or 4 months program. So the relationship never really has to end there. And we can always keep on building on it and trying to help them become better and bigger and just keep on inspiring us, because this is what keeps us going.
Right. And, AUC Venture Labs, you primarily work with Egyptian startups. Do you have plans to expand your reach moving forwards?
We do have some exciting plans. We have been so immersed in the Egyptian ecosystem, and we love it. And we try to go bigger and try to help a bigger segment every time. But now we're looking at the continent as a whole. Egypt is a hub in the continent, but there are so many opportunities out there, so many African entrepreneurs doing great things. And we are trying to find new ways to reach those people and actually help them build better and stronger startups that can go even beyond their own borders. So hopefully we'll be able to share some exciting news soon.
Oh, that's fantastic, Noah. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm glad we got hold of you. And it's going to be an exciting evening tonight just to see who else is going to be joining that winning lineup from the Global Startup Awards this evening. But once again, many, many congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations to all the winners. And thank you again for doing this.
VC of the Year. Venture capital is an important source of funding for accelerating early stage startups, empowering entrepreneurs, and encouraging innovations that facilitate economic development, poverty reduction, and job creation. With less than 2% of global VC funding reaching Africa, and the lion's share divided among just 5 of the 55 African nations, it cannot be stressed enough the importance of VCs in supporting the growth of startups across the continent. This category honours VCs who have created impressive financial results while investing bravely in innovative companies that can positively impact the economy and the world, supporting them with resources other than just purely financial VC. 74 strong African VCs entered the awards, representing Uganda and South Africa. Here are our 2 finalists competing for the title VC of the Year.
Otis Africa Capital, Uganda. From Southern Africa, Hlayisani Capital, South Africa.
Without further ado, let's see if our winner is ready to take our call. Congratulations, you are the winner of the Best VC.
Thank you.
Awards. Yeah, congratulations. Sylvester, from what we understand, the word Hlayisani means to nurture and to protect. And I know that the company was set up very much on these principles. At the time of entering the Global Startup Awards, you were focused on high growth and high impact SDG aligned entrepreneurs in Southern Africa. And with your first close in March 2021, how have you been deploying your funds?
That's an interesting question because we've actually finished deploying the funds.
Right.
We had a great run. We found some brilliant businesses, South African businesses that all have the potential to actually scale globally.
Fantastic.
And we're very proud of those assets. Yeah.
Fantastic. And to a larger extent, sustainable development only succeeds if we all work together. So what would you say to the wider VC community to encourage more investment into Africa?
Yeah, I think we need to tell our story better. You've seen a few big checks come in recently for technology companies in locally. And I think we need to tell that story to the world. South Africa has some brilliant talent coming through universities. People say Africa and then we have nothing. But to build something from nothing takes a lot more than if you're sitting in, first world countries where you have all the resources needed. So we have real fighting spirit, I think, in South Africa, and we need to just send that message across a bit more. Yeah,
I couldn't agree with you more. And I think through the Global Startup Awards, we've obviously we've got a pipeline now of 7,500 startups that are coming through, really with scalable solutions. So we look forward to connecting with you and connecting you with some of our startups as well, so that we can just keep growing the continent in terms of innovations and technologies. But thank you very, very much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Now for our best newcomer. In 2021, it was reported that fintech companies accounted for 31% of early stage startups in Africa. That number has doubled to 62%. Other sectors, health tech, logistics, education, and clean tech. We're pleased to say that our best newcomer nominees offered a broad spectrum of solutions, including a water and oil resistant biodegradable paper, telemedicine management platform, a peer-to-peer financial services platform, an AI-enabled portable pediatric imaging solution, and a digital loans for farmers system. This category made up 11% of the total entries and acknowledges a startup of up to 2 years in age with the potential to become Startup of the Year in future. Its products and/or service should already be on the market and on a path to disrupt its industry and positively impact the economy and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, your 5 competing finalists.
Ecoplus DRC. From Uganda, Imata. Representing Northern Africa, Cleanidor, Egypt. Envisionit Deep AI, South Africa. From Western Africa, Nigeria, Ruzo.
Ready to find out who our category winner is? You are the winner.
Oh wow.
Sorry,
that is amazing.
You are the best newcomer category winner for the Global Startup Awards Africa. So congratulations to Amata and your entire team. I'd just like to really start by asking you just a couple of questions. What does it mean to Amata to win an award like this?
Well, to us, it means that we're onto something, that our mission to bring affordable financing to farmers means something to the fintech world as well as agrotech world. We started out as an idea, and we've been able to develop something that's already being used. And an award like this puts us in a place where we know that the work that the team has put into this product has paid off, but also that we can actually attract the necessary attention we need to get the funding, and also what we need to scale and service as many farmers as possible, which is our dream.
Fantastic. And, Africa, from what I understand, has a 240 billion financing need for farmers. And
yes.
So maybe you can just tell us exactly how Amata plays into that by solving that problem.
Well, it's a $240 billion opportunity in Africa, and in East Africa alone, it goes up to 30% of that. And only 3% of that is actually funded currently. So the gap is immense, and creating alternative ways or creating digital ways to scale faster, but also touch the farmers that are smallholders and can't afford to access financial products the way the banks are doing them now is, I think, phenomenal, that we are able to now have access to millions of farmers across East Africa and change each life, one life at a time. Yes.
Absolutely. And how do you see your business expanding over the next 12 to 18 months? How's it going to expand?
So in the next few months or this year, we have prioritized expanding into other value chains over countries. But in about 12 to 13 months, we'll be looking into expanding into other countries in East Africa. We already have inbound conversations with Rwanda and Tanzania through our partners already.
Fantastic. Amata from Uganda, congratulations.
Thank you.
Who will be our founder of the year? Pre-pandemic, 22% of the working age population in Africa had set up their own businesses. That's a massive amount of founders on the continent. Aspiring business starters are improving their communities through innovation, are providing valuable, sometimes essential services that are also creating employment by hiring members of their immediate communities. Through our search, we've discovered some truly inspirational leaders whose personal stories have brought them to a place of setting up their own businesses, whether a social enterprise for new mothers, an online education platform, food distribution solution, a use for spent coffee grounds, or a solution delivering cleaner, cheaper energy. The leaders have shown their tenacity to deliver real results. We're absolutely blown away by these stories of the 977 startup founders from 51 countries that entered the GSA. While the competition was tough, the Founder of the Year title is awarded to the person who has shown strong leadership skills, achieved exceptional business results, while also being an inspiration to their team and a role model for the next generation of founders. Let's remind everyone of our regional finalists.
Divin Kwabatuka, Mvutu, Congo. From Ethiopia, Almo Mula, Coffee Resurrect. Mohammed Al-Gawish, iSchool from Egypt. From South Africa, John Connick, Plentify. Uche Kenneth Udekwe, Natal Cares.
Finalists, it's time to find out who our GSA Africa category winner is. Let's give them a call. Congratulations, you are the winner of our Founder of the Year.
For real?
For real.
That's crazy. Thank you. It's amazing.
Yeah, so John, I just want to ask you a couple of questions to fill everybody in who you are. So you've been at the intersection of energy, technology, and finance for some time now. Can you give us a little bit of a background of your career history and what it takes to be a founder of the year?
Sure. Yeah, I'd be glad to. I think those two things are probably a little bit different. I think my success is entirely on the back of my teams. So this the founder of the year title, I feel a little bit bad about, because I feel like it should be the rest of my team getting the recognition. But what's led me to this point has been a lot of luck, actually, and luck in particular at discovering my passion very early in my career. So I got started as a generalist. I really didn't know what I wanted to do coming out of university. I ended up going into management consulting to get a broad view of lots of different industries, and was really fortunate that towards the end of my tenure there, got placed onto an energy project. And that was the first time in my life where I realized you could actually care about the content of what you were doing and not just the intellectual stimulation of it. And from that moment, I was hooked and decided to dedicate my career to environmental sustainability, quit my job in consulting, and then from there went to work for a company called South Pole Group, which develops carbon credits for projects which reduce emission reductions, helped them set up their African business and grow that into a sustainable operation, and then transitioned into helping corporates and governments drive environmental sustainability through consulting roles. So helped the South African government figure out how to draw international capital into the then nascent renewable energy sector. Nike figure out how to improve the sustainability of the supply chain, helped Intel figure out how ICT can help reduce emissions in China. Those are all great experiences, and all of that gave me the skills I needed to land a job at Google, which I also feel really fortunate that they chose me. So I spent 5.5 years at Google, where I was leading their African energy business, and that involved funding the biggest wind and solar farms on the continent and developing technologies that expand access to electricity. And it was a really formative time for me that really showed where the gaps in the market are. That most of the activity in the market was big renewables and energy access, and very little was being done for the majority of Africa's population, which is already connected to a grid system, but is suffering the world's most expensive and unreliable power. And it was when kind of that realization happened, and I realized that the skills that I developed on the technology side, on the finance side, could really help to address this problem, which I was deeply passionate about, that I left Google and decided to found Plentify. And that was about just over 5 years ago.
It's an amazing journey you've been on, and very worthy of Founder of the Year. But just practically speaking, and for the rest of the audience this evening, Plentify enables utilities to deliver cheaper, cleaner, and smarter energy to residents. That's right now, but what's next for Plentify?
Yeah, so I guess there's two parts to our vision. There's the kind of the short term, and then there's the longer term. In the short term, as a South African company deeply passionate about South African energy problems, we are committed to trying to address the load shedding crisis, which we all experience on a daily basis. And we believe that the technology we've got has the potential to play a meaningful part in the solution. And so we're going to be pushing really, really hard to deploy our technology at scale and make a meaningful impact on load shedding. And the numbers they're really encouraging. You don't really need that many homes involved in our program in order to eliminate load shedding completely. In a place like Cape Town, for example, you're probably talking about somewhere between 100 and 150,000 households, and Cape Town will never experience load shedding again.
Yeah, fantastic.
Long term, though, there's a much bigger global problem, which is obviously climate change. And there, the technology we're developing not only takes strain off the grid when it matters the most to address load shedding, but it enables demand to shift to times when renewable energy is available. And so we see this as a fundamental piece of the technology stack required to enable the energy transition from fossil fuels to renewables. And so are actively expanding into the UK and the US right now to try to get to the scale required to really have a meaningful impact on climate change.
Sure, that's phenomenal. And I want to say once again, thank you for sharing, and congratulations. And I really hope you enjoy the rest of the event this evening. So thank you, John, and thank you for being available to us as well.
Brilliant, thank you so much. It's really an honor to receive this award.
And now on to our final category, Startup of the Year. Africa is a future tech superpower with a rapidly expanding tech startup ecosystem, but it still lags far behind the rest of the world. Home to the world's largest free trade area and with the highest rate of entrepreneurship, Africa's tech creators are already generating some of the most exciting innovations in the world. The potential for tech on the continent is limitless, and the time for action is now. From packaging made from banana leaves, technology to improve efficiency in the garment industry, digital banking for emerging markets, and shoes made from recycled plastic, our startups are all very worthy competitors. The Startup of the Year category has seen the most number of entries and included 22% of the total nominations. This title is awarded to a startup that inspires the next generation of founders by positively impacting the economy and the world in general, as well as disrupting its industry with an innovative approach. From a pool of 1,636 finalists, meet the top 5 startups that are here to change the world.
Representing Central Africa, Warrior Eco Green Enterprise, Burundi. From Kenya, Quebec. Garment.io, Egypt. From Zambia, Lupia. Salubata, Nigeria.
The time has arrived that you've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our GSA Africa Startup of the Year.
We've heard from him once before. Our Startup of the Year is Quebec.
Woo!
Congratulations. It's an amazing achievement. We've already seen from you this evening that you are the ESG category winner for the continental-wide competition. And now you are the Startup of the Year. It's a phenomenal achievement. Tell us about the last 12 months you've had. You only started in 2021, am I right?
Yes, we started in 2021 as Quebec, but Penda and I started what Quebec is now in 2019. We were at UNICEF. We had a lot of interesting challenges in work that we were doing in Côte d'Ivoire. Very similar to what we are now driven to do at Quebec. What we were looking to do in Côte d'Ivoire was find ways of empowering mothers in recycling, while also taking a place for children to have a cleaner, healthier environment within the cities that they grow in. We were very frustrated, and we were so happy about that because frustration led to so many great solutions on what Quebec is now. For example, how do we keep prices down in construction? How do we make sure that real estate is waking up to this whole idea that they need to be a lot more carbon neutral or carbon negative? How do we start waking up around Africa not having to look like a very dirty place as it grows? And how do we make sure that high quality, very, very modern buildings could be made at an affordable cost so that everyone can have that type of dignity? And these were the type of questions that we spent before even starting Quebec. And the moment that we jumped ship to build our company, these were the questions that we already had answered.
Fantastic. Kudos. It's a massive honor to be able to tell you that you are the Startup of the Year and our double winner tonight, ESG and Startup of the Year. So many, many congratulations. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm sure there's lots of celebrations to happen now, and that comes with a lot of hard work from your next journey of Quebec. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for the recognition.
You're an inspiration to the continent and very soon to the world.
We were blown away by your solutions. The job well done, guys.
You are our future shapers. Well done, guys.
You are amazing. Keep up the good work.
You guys make me proud to be African. Congrats to our incredible winners.
Your solutions are amazing. Well done, everyone.
Congrats on your success.
Yay, woohoo! Siyavisa na nani.
Baie geluk julle.
Mubarak to the winners.
Well done, and thanks for being an inspiration.
Congratulations, you have made your country and Africa proud.
You guys are the cream of the crop.
You have come such a far way. We are so incredibly proud of you.
Huge congratulations to each and every one of you.
Amazing achievement.
What a journey it has been. We are so incredibly proud of each one of you.
Congratulations. Now prepare for takeoff.
Congratulations.
And that concludes our finale. And what an incredible event it has been. Congratulations to all our winners, but let's not forget our runners-up also. Your dedication and commitment is commendable. On behalf of GIG and the Global Startup Awards Africa, I look forward to developing this program and taking it from strength to strength. Now more than ever, the world needs collaboration for both the private and public sectors to recognise the shortfalls of all ecosystem partners across the value chain. It's time for both profit and purpose to have a seat and a voice at the table, and crucially for funding to be mobilised to scale innovations and support ecosystem partners so we can achieve maximum impact. On that note, I leave you with the words of Sir David Attenborough from the recent COP26 conference in Glasgow. I thank you all, goodbye, and thank you.
Africa, the world's fastest growing market, the continent of unparalleled opportunity, innovation, sustainability, and positive impact. With the world's largest free trade area and $1 trillion market, Africa is the tech continent of the future. GSA Africa, the only continent-wide competition, 5 regions, 55 countries, 7,589 entries. We have unearthed extraordinary talent, creating a new industrial revolution, powered by sustainable development, playing a critical role to take our planet from tragedy to triumph. From the Nordics and now to Africa, we will showcase new leaders of clean energy, healthy living, and food to sustain us all. GSA Africa, enabling startups to get seen, get connected, and get funded. Through the GIG $100 million Fund, a profit and purpose fund mobilizing innovations for maximum impact, Africa, together we have the power to help rewrite our planet's story. And as we succeed, the world succeeds with us. Xa siphumelela, ilizwe liphumelela nathi.